Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. One of our top stories today, Fort Smith police are releasing more information after they recovered a body from the Arkansas River. Police say that body has been identified as 43-year-old Jose Molina Portillo. His body was found Sunday night in the water near Harry E. Kelly River Park. Fort Smith police say there were no signs of foul play at this time, and Portillo's body has been sent to the Arkansas State Medical Examiner to determine the cause of manner and death. Of course, stay with us here at 5 News for updates on this developing story. And before we get to other top news right here in our area, let's get to the check of the weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, it looks like we're off to a good start today.
Yeah, another nice day. We put a couple of them together back to back here. We're going to start getting changes as we get into Wednesday. I'll show you that in just a second. Temperatures today are a little warmer for you compared to Monday. Monday wasn't a bad day, a little breezy out there. We'll see temperatures in the low to mid 70s for northwest Arkansas, 70s to near 80 degrees for the River Valley. Breezy winds gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour across the region. Again, plenty of sunshine. We'll start to get some changes as we go into Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to get more moisture from the Gulf of Mexico coming in. We're going to get a disturbance tracking out of Texas and lifting northeast across Arkansas. As those ingredients come together, we're going to have a chance for a few spotty showers out there and maybe a few thunderstorms. We're going to be watching for some of those thunderstorms try to develop around Scott, Logan counties, maybe as far west and southwest as LaFleur County. We're going to watch this area as a whole. And again, if these thunderstorms can get going, a strong storm or two will be possible. Greatest threat and ingredients coming together for better severe weather chances just to the east and southeast of us. That's Wednesday. We can track it out for you on Future Track Radar. Again, as we get through the day tomorrow, we'll likely see a little bit more cloud cover building in as that storm system moves in. And we also track the chance for just more moisture coming in. And that's what the storms are going to try to feed off. But you see those thunderstorms in the afternoon trying to get going. Clarksville, Boonville, Paris, down to Waldron. That's the area to watch. If these storms can get going, damaging wind, damaging hail threat will be our main concern. Tornado threat's very low for us, but it's not zero. A little bit better chance those severe storms will continue to move off towards the east and southeast of us. And then we'll track a chance for a lingering shower, drizzle, stray shower, even into Thursday morning. A thunderstorm be possible. We're going to be watching a stronger storm coming out of the west Thursday afternoon and evening. We're definitely going to have more of a muggier, unstable environment across the entire area, and that's going to lead to the higher chance for more strong to severe storms. We're talking about a damaging wind threat. So a few tornadoes and some damaging hail will be possible as we go into Thursday. You can kind of see that. A few isolated showers or a thunderstorm early in the day. We're cloudy, we're humid, and again, very spring-like. Here come that line of storms. That'll move in. There's that damaging hail, damaging wind threat. We could also pick up a quick 1 to 2 inches, which could lead to some flooding concerns, especially in low-lying, poor drainage areas. A lot going on here, Joe. On the backside of that, we're also talking the chance for some snow in northwest Arkansas Friday morning. We'll continue to break it down as we go through the week.
All right, thanks so much, Zach. Well, the National Transportation Safety Board is expected to release a preliminary report into last week's deadly plane crash in Little Rock. That should come sometime this week. You'll remember 5 people were killed in the crash as the plane left the Little Rock Airport. Now, that report should show any factual information they have found up to this point, but won't name the probable cause. That will come in the final report, which they say can take 1 to 2 years. And Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders' signature education reform bill will face committee members today in the House of Representatives. The 144-page Arkansas Learns plan passed in the Senate just days after lawmakers introduced it. And ahead of the hearing today, the Arkansas Education Association hosted a news conference raising some red flags about the plan, asking for the approval process to slow down.
If it had been broken up into separate pieces of legislation, I think that would have made it a lot more possible for folks like us to have our input.
Well, the bill covers nearly every facet of education in Arkansas, all wrapped in one, including literacy, safety, and early childhood education. It's also faced backlash, though, over its plan to provide state vouchers for private schools. The plan goes before the House Education Committee today. And Arkansas lawmakers also considering a bill that would amend the state's criminal code for child indecency. And it would also restrict which bathrooms some people can use. The Senate Judiciary Committee cleared the bill on Monday for a full Senate vote. Under this Senate bill, an adult who knowingly stays in a public changing facility or restroom that is assigned to persons of the opposite sex and they know a minor of the opposite sex is in that room could be charged with a crime.
What this bill seeks to do is if you have minors in the restroom or in the dressing room or something like that, then we're trying to prevent a violation of their privacy, I guess it would, so to speak, or exposing them to something they shouldn't be exposed to.
Now, it would be up to a prosecutor to file charges if it were to become law. Anyone found guilty would face misdemeanor charges. And Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed into law new restrictions on adult-oriented performances in a bill that originally targeted drag shows, but was scaled back following complaints it discriminated against the LGBTQ community. The bill restricts performances that include performers who are nude or semi-nude, and it says purposely exposing a specific area, prosthetic breast or genitalia. This bill signed by Sanders doesn't mention drag shows or gender identity. And we now know certain areas across 5 country like Fayetteville, Springdale, and Rogers could be getting some bus stop upgrades. That's according to reports in the area. Planners and transit providers might get over $500,000 to help make those bus stop upgrades. The money would come from a federal grant and would apply to areas of persistent poverty that's based off of the most recent census data. And a team of artists from Arkansas are using their skills to honor Black History Month. An art major at Hendrix College using her passion to create the Arkansas Black History Coloring Book. It features 20 prominent Black Arkansans with a historian collecting real stories from real people to give the photos more context. Those involved in the project say they hope it expands understanding of African American history in our state. Work has also been done with historians to include quotes and fun facts about the 20 different Arkansans featured in the coloring book. Fort Smith Mayor George McGill gives his State of the City address and shared why he believes a jet fighter training center could come to the 188th Wing of the Arkansas Air National Guard. The mayor's address also focused on the accomplishments from the past year and the city's plans for this year. 5 News reporter Micah Wilson has more.
State of Fort Smith is good, very good.
Mayor McGill says job growth is expanding in the city.
Fort Smith is a growing region.
Pointing at the future home of a 4 military training center at the 188th, Arkansas Colleges of Health Education and Development at Chaffee Crossing.
Over 3,500 new jobs have been created just by that development alone, right here in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
In order to keep attracting people to Fort Smith,
we must promote Fort Smith as a good place to live,
making sure to prioritize the quality of life in the city.
Primarily, we're working on providing more parks, more trails, more activities at Parrot Island.
The city is also hoping to attract tourists by announcing the U.S. Marshals Museum will open this year.
Our goal is to open on the 4th of July. I hope Doug is listening, Doug Babb, who runs it. We will have one celebration.
Something the city's been working on since 2007. The mayor also brought up the flooding of 2019.
And I went down to the Arkansas River and it looked like a mountain. The river was so high and it devastated our city.
He says now the city is getting a FEMA reimbursement of about $10.5 million.
It's taken 4 long years to get there. So that money is going back into water and sewer activities to improve our infrastructure.
Well, regarding the Foreign Military Training Center at the 188th, Mayor McGill says an official announcement should come in the next month. The mayor also talked about the city's crime rate dropping by 10% in the last year. Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.